got a lot of news to discuss with you today. We're going to talk about WWE 2K23 news and rumors that are coming out, WWE expanding their presence in video games and across different genres, and AEW Fight Forever has a little bit of news for you too. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's get started with some 2K23 news for you. This has been picked up by Cultaholic, and it's a report that's saying that 2K is happy and excited about 2K23. I would hope that 2K is happy about a video game they're about to put out in less than 3 months. You'd think so, right? Originally reported by Mike Straw, 2K has said that they are happy and excited about WWE 2K23, and they expect the upcoming title to receive a more positive response than last year's effort. 2K22 was received very positively. I mean, it's coming off the heels of 2K20, and that was a game. And while 2K22 has a lot it needed to fix, and it did not do a lot of things we wanted it to do, I believe it was a step in the right direction for the genre, for the game of the franchise going forward. Mike Straw was quoted as saying, "Something I've been told about WWE 2K23. Internally, people are really happy and excited with how the game is shaping up. They expect a bigger and better response than 22, which already exceeded expectations." 2K23 has not been officially announced by 2K. All the rumors and rumblings and speculation out there, it's getting all fever pitch right now, and it sounds like it's going to be coming out at the Royal Rumble, possibly even before the Royal Rumble, according to new rumors that are out there right now. But I want to take a second and talk about this, because I am excited for the game and how they are approaching the marketing for this game, which is a big fat zero right now, and that's not a bad thing. We all want 2K to come out with giant marketing campaigns, give us the info, give us the game now, start showing it off, and it's like imminent that they're going to be releasing and revealing information. But I am glad that they are not going down the path of previous years where we are getting a 6-8 month drawn out process of marketing this game, giving us a teaser trailer, a little snippet of information here and there, superstar rating reveals, and waiting so long to get real concrete information about the game. I like when companies give us a smaller reveal cycle and a smaller marketing cycle for their games when they're going to release them, so that they just build the hype and they get right into the launch of the game. Now, one of the rumors that is going around online right now, and again, warning, these are just rumors, so grain of salt as always with these things, but I think it's important that we at least highlight them. Maybe they're gonna be correct, maybe they're gonna be dead wrong, but it's still fun, it's video game. From Pro Wrestling Headlines, they stated that WWE 2K23 is gonna have 2 trailers ready to go, and they're all set to release. We've seen other supposed leakers and people online. They are starting to say the exact same thing, that 2K is going to reveal 2 trailers, possibly one being a QR code one on WWE TV, followed by a full gameplay trailer reveal at the Royal Rumble. But again, those are the rumors, and none of that could happen. This is gonna be just for nothing, dummy. But I am excited to see if we are gonna get improvements and the game getting a little bit bigger, and that 2K has learned some lessons from 22, and they are going to make 23 a little bit bigger and beefier and correct some of the problems of the past. Let's switch gears for a second. We're gonna come back to a little bit more of the rumor mill, but let's switch gears for a second, because we're gonna talk about some of the latest that's coming out of WWE themselves. We're not talking about them being sold and all that. Good God. By the way, just pause for a second right here. Vince McMahon, crazy, no? The rumor of Saudi Arabia deal, that got canned, that rumor got canned. The world's going wild. Stephanie McMahon has resigned completely from WWE. It's just a wild week, and it's so silly. But coming over from Fightful.com, WWE was at CES recently, and they did have a sit-down interview where they were talking about WWE expanding their video games, looking to launch new games across new genres, new platforms in the future. The Senior Vice President of Gaming, Matthew Gare, making the rounds online and did a sit-down interview discussing some of the spaces that WWE is looking to expand into. The VP of Gaming said the following, quote, "This year we're looking at announcing and launching some new games across new genres we haven't been in business yet. We have a pretty healthy portfolio with games like WWE 2K22, and we have mobile games that have done extremely well, such as WWE Champions and WWE Supercard, which is 2K's highest grossing mobile game. We want to do more games and want to bring in new types of genres, both in Web 2 and Web 3 space, and figure out what's the best thing to do for our fans because fans want more content and we're focused on that. And if you remember, WWE has done a little bit of this where they expanded in 2022 with games like Fortnite and in Rocket League as well. So they've been doing little bits here and there, getting out of just the traditional, let's have a 2K22, let's have our Supercard, our mobile games. They have done that. Those are successful. Those are kind of running on their own. Those are kind of just doing their own thing. We see them dabbling in where you can get John Cena in Fortnite or drive a WWE inspired car in Rocket League. WWE VP continued to say, quote, "We talked a little bit about Epic Games integration that we did, and it's really important that we do more of those brand integrations. You'll definitely see more of those games coming out later this year with big game publishers and some of the biggest games in the industry. We're definitely going to be doing more of those, and they'll be announced relatively soon. The other thing is a metaverse. That's the one thing we're trying to figure out and finalize, and how to best launch our WWE experience in the metaverse." So what do you think about WWE's expansion into other genres? We have seen them in the past where they did, like, the New Day was in Gears of War, which is really cool. I hope they do a little bit more of that. I mean, I want them to just give us more regular 2K games, regular wrestling games, but more is not necessarily a bad thing because it will speak to different audiences. But they could do stuff where they're going to be in the next Gears of War, Call of Duty, add more WWE skins, DLC downloads for that type of content. They could totally do that. The big one that they are talking about, and I watched the video interview for this with the Vice President of Gaming at CES, and he did talk a lot about the metaverse. That was a big piece of CES, one big piece. These companies are continuously trying to figure out on how to best profit from it. And based on what he said in the interview, the metaverse is something they are trying to crack, trying to figure out best approach for that with their brand and how they can expand into that market. So don't be surprised in the next 5 years, 3 to 5 years, you start seeing some betas and some pieces around metaverse for WWE. Until then, I think we see them doing more of the traditional pieces where they're going to be able to put their superstars, the branding, all of that stuff into more traditional games, more Fortnite, Rocket League, Gears like they've done in the past, games like that, where they can really just monetize from a DLC perspective and just be able to put in new characters and skins in Fortnite. Now switching over to AEW Fight Forever, the game is coming out soon, we believe, and 2 pieces of news coming out for Fight Forever. The first is going to be the cover art. The official cover art has come out. We know that it's going to be across platforms from PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox, PC. It's going to be made available, and the cover art is what the new updated artwork that was being put out by AEW. It's going to be just that, where you see the likes of Kenny Omega, Britt Baker, Hangman Adam Page, MJF, Jon Moxley, and more are all on the cover for Fight Forever. So CM Punk is out from being on the cover, and they have a much more updated design that I think better reflects the AEW branding as a whole. What'll be very interesting is that AEW just changed all of the presentation for the Titantron and the ring apron and all that stuff. It's all a whole new aesthetic design. That is not going to make it into the game. However, I would love to see if Fight Forever is supposed to be kind of a base of the core system it's going to be played off of, and they're going to update along the way with DLC. I would love if they brought in the new AEW look for Dynamite and Rampage. Maybe that could be future DLC in 6 to 8 months after release. But what about the release? When is it going to be released? The rumor and speculation has been that it would be February of 2023, and we are getting close, and we have not had that confirmed just yet. But what we do know, it might give us a little bit of an indicator of when this game is going to be coming out. IGN has revealed that AEW Fight Forever will be part of IGN Fan Fest 2023, with the likes of Danhausen, Nyla Rose, and Evil Uno in attendance, and the Fan Fest will take place in February. So because we haven't heard of a release date, the information, the trailers have been sparse here and there is a chance that Fight Forever is going to be pushed beyond February, maybe even into March or April. I always aim for, hey, put out the best product you can possible. If you need to delay a game, do it if it means we're gonna get something better. If they're gonna be at IGN Fan Fest in February, we may not see Fight Forever until March or April or even further down the road. If it is not delayed, but if it is not going to come out right in February as we all anticipated, I kind of hope it skips March. If you're gonna have supposedly 2K23 come out around mid to late March, you can't have Fight Forever coming out right at that time. I mean, if anything, you could release it in the beginning of March to give yourself 2 weeks of an opportunity to really get fans to play the game and not have any interruptions with any other things, any other games in the way like 2K. But what do you think? Do you think AEW Fight Forever will come out at the end of February, March? Or is it going to be delayed? We'll have to wait and see. Now let's close off today's news and updates with, well, the rumors of 2K23. I mentioned that the 2 trailers are a potential for the game to be revealed sometime around, if not at the Royal Rumble. These are rumors, remember? One supposed account online named KVN Gantoni 00 Gaming has been posting a lot of supposed leaks, information regarding 2K23. Once again, I'm not trying to say that this is confirmed at all. I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I just stand back and go, let's see if any of this can come true. Much like the leaker that had been posting stuff recently, this account is claiming that we would see a lot of the divas of the women's roster make a return in 2K23 from the likes of Michelle McCool, Lita, Trish Stratus, the Bellas, Tori Wilson, Kelly, and more. That would make sense in that the previous year's Royal Rumble, they had all made appearances in the Rumble itself. I can definitely see that we would get them in 2K23. I think there's a decent shot of that happening. This account is also claiming that Bad Bunny, as we had reported on last week, for his inclusion in the game, Bad Bunny will be made available as DLC pre-order bonus. Once again, I think that there is a good chance of that happening, as we had seen Bad Bunny in the Royal Rumble WrestleMania, and he wasn't included in 2K22 as that was too late. There is a good shot that we do see him in there to be that celebrity inclusion for this year's game. The other report that they are citing too as a leak, or what is going to be in 2K, they did mention the special edition DLC pack of the Bloodline being a My Faction exclusive, additional arenas, a Bloodline championship, subject to change, and they're stating that Solo Sikoa is slated to be DLC, which I don't think is far-fetched. I'm not saying that this is going to be in the game. I see it as a possibility, and it would make some sense with how dominant Roman Reigns as an on-screen character has been for the last 2 years. I think it would be smart marketing by 2K if they were going to lean into this and give us more of the Bloodline. And the last rumor that is being speculated online with this account is that for Showcase mode, Randy Orton is being plugged in as the showcase star for this year's game. What do you think about all the latest news and rumors coming out for 2K23? If you want to talk more, click right here. I got more news and updates for the game. See you over there. Bye.